Well, all right then, friends. Woo! We have made it to another Friday.
Woo!
And we're going to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are. Well, kind of.
Some of us are. Some of us have newborns.
In dry
But
January.
in honor of Ian and his partner's heritage being from the great state of Wisconsin, it's been a hot minute since we featured a Wisconsin beer here on Beer for Breakfast. And today we are featuring one of the most famous beers to ever come out of the great state of Wisconsin. We are featuring the Spotted Cow from the New Glarus Brewing Company. Ian, can you tell us a little bit about how we came in possession of this beer?
So this actually had to cross state lines. And my mother brought me a bunch because, one, she knows I love beer, and then plus she lives in Wisconsin, and they drink this like water out there.
Yeah.
I've had this beer on numerous occasions, Wisconsin dive bars. This is definitely a staple in all of them. Signage everywhere. If you don't drink this beer while you're in Wisconsin or grab one, you made a mistake, and you got to go back. Two things to do in Wisconsin. One, the Marsh Cheese Castle, and two, New Glarus Brewing, Spotted Cow.
The Spotted Cow has 4.8% alcohol by volume, generously donated to us today from Ian's lovely mother. The can, I love it. You got a cow, you've got the state of Wisconsin, and the state of Wisconsin has a little fingerprint on it, but a very colorful yellow gradient that turns into orange and green can. So
Is that cow jumping over something?
it looks like it's
The
jumping.
moon?
It's jumping over Wisconsin.
It's jumping over the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, it
Got
kind of looks like the cow's junk is the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was going to say
Which-
that's a big phallic-looking Wisconsin.
And that's a lumpy cow, too.
a
Let's
lumpy
be
cow.
real.
Yeah.
I mean, that cow's seen some. Cow drinks a lot of beer,
Mm-hmm.
if we're being honest. The 5 categories in which we rate every single beer here on Beer for Breakfast: look, smell, taste, feel, and drinkability. Let's start off with the look of the Spotted Cow from New Glarus.
It kind of has a little bit of an orange hue to it. I mean,
Yep.
it's definitely looks like kind of a traditional, a little bit foggier than a regular lager, but I mean it's
Light haze,
yeah, little
nicely
bit of haze,
carbonated.
but yeah, just a little bit of orange hue to it.
Let's move on to the next category, which is
Kind
the
of looks like the can,
smell.
actually.
Let's take a big whiff.
Okay, so bear with me here. Whenever I smelled it for the first time, you know how Chardonnays are like had that buttery,
Yes.
nutty
Ooh.
undertone?
Yeah,
it's kind of like a Chardonnay for
Yeah,
me.
very
Like
good,
it's
yeah.
got that butter undertone.
It's got a light fruitiness.
Yeah.
To it, even though it's not overly fruity, but you also get some of the it's like a cracked wheat in there as
Yep.
well that really comes through. But let's move on to our favorite part, friends, which is
Cheers.
the taste. Hey,
Cheers to a Friday.
here's to drinking.
Ian's baby turning a month old. You know, us being able to drink beer on a Friday in 2022. Here for it, man.
That's right. So let's all take a big drink of the Spotted Cow.
I like this beer out of the can.
Ooh,
Goes down
that's
easy.
a much drier finish than I was expecting.
It is
Yeah.
like Chardonnay in beer form.
It is, yeah. It drinks real easy. I mean, the nose had a decent amount of alcohol to it,
Yeah.
I thought, which kind of surprised me because this beer drinks super smooth.
I mean, we're again in the world of like heavy beers, we're
Yeah.
not dealing with this is under 5, so
Right.
but it doesn't feel like a light beer if you know what I'm saying. Like I'm
because
talking
it's
like
malty.
well,
Like, are you getting the malts
there's
in
a
there?
substantial. I mean, big flavor, low alcohol, which
Right.
which I like. Audrey, what are your thoughts on this?
You know, I didn't really know that I liked lagers. Maybe
Yeah.
I just like this one. I think that it's got the perfect amount of like that buttery. It does have some darker undernotes. Like for me, I don't really
Yeah.
know what that would be. I'm not really, my flavor palette is literally not picking up anything other than I like this beer.
You get some yeast. You get the grains are definitely
Because I
in
guess
there.
I'm not familiar with
Are
lagers,
you getting
I
the
guess.
creaminess, though, and then also like the spice
mouthfeel.
there at the
Yeah,
end?
a little bit of
Let me
spice.
There's a
taste
little
it
bit of
again.
spice,
Hang on.
yeah. Like on the end of it, like at the front, it's like creamy, and then you get a little spice.
I'm not
There
getting
at the
any
end.
spice, but I do
Okay.
enjoy it.
And this is a farmhouse ale. So again, when you're thinking lager, this is a much, like I would say, bolder flavor, but it doesn't assault the palate. It's nicely balanced. It's very the mouthfeel, I would say, in that medium range.
Sure.
Light to medium, but definitely like let's say 3/4 of the way to medium bodied.
Right.
But smooth and creamy. Ian, when was the first time you had a spotted cow?
Wow, I think the first time was actually 2009 when the rest of my family moved to Wisconsin and I was there visiting just because this is an exclusive Wisconsin beer. So I thought I'm in Wisconsin. I have to give it a try. And I fell in love with it and have been in love ever since. My favorite part is actually going to their website and then looking at the food pairings that they recommend with this
What
beer.
do they recommend with that?
Literally, if it's food, if it's edible, it pairs well with it. Barbecue, grilled
Yes,
steak,
yes.
jambalaya brats,
Oh,
steaks,
jambalaya.
Oh.
burger and fries, stir fry, bacon and cheese curds, of course, potato chips, chicken sandwich, tilapia fillets.
Yeah.
I could do I could get down on actual beer chicken with this beer being used.
Beer brats with this.
Oh,
beer,
yeah.
a beer cheese.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, I'm here for this beer.
I'm
Ian,
just
thank
hungry
you
now.
so much for introducing this to us.
This turned sexual.
So your baby mama, her parents owned a bar.
Well, actually,
Was this the best-selling beer in their bar?
it's always up there, especially in the small kind of real hometown dive bars. Yes, he did own a bar for a while, Carlone's. He sold it for a boatload of
Good for
money.
them.
All right.
Yes, bought himself a condo, and they're down in Florida right now. So, but probably drinking spotted cow because it's a very Wisconsin thing to do whenever you travel.
The
Just bring it.
drinkability on this, like I said, I've heard about spotted cow over the years. I've got a lot of friends who have told me about this, and I've wanted to try it. So that's why when Ian said his mother brought some of this, I was very excited to bring this in. I'm not sure what the price point is on this because we didn't pay for it, but I imagine that it has to be somewhat reasonable. The drinkability scale, this thing is off the charts. Really, like I am a huge fan. Like this isn't a beer that's you're going to drink it and you're going to go, oh my God, that's something I've never tasted before in my life. But the actual balance, the flavor, and the just overall enjoyment of this beer, for me, through the roof. So I would say, go check out the New Glarus Brewing Company.
Ian.
Get yourself some spotted cow. You will not regret it. Can I get a drum roll, please?
Yeah.
Oh, Mahoney, Bear Scouts representative, I give these spotted cow a 4.2 out of 5.
Holy moly.
So good. I'm loving it.
Wow. Congratulations,
Thank you,
everyone who
Ian.
took the over.
Thank you, Ian's mom.
What'd you say
Thank
about
you,
my mama?
Ian's mom.
What'd you say about my mama?
Yeah.
Damn.